Huh. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, well, I didn't know it actually started. YouTube put a notification on the screen, and I was standing here reading it. Something about new chat moderators. There were new privileges awarded when you make moderators. The way I understood it, they can change keyword blocks, like you know what I mean. Like certain words that come up in the chat, they can create a block list. And what else was it? It said they can dictate the chat mode, which I didn't know there were different modes. Let me look here. Actually, yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, like there's top chat, live chat, and super chat. So we want to go with live chat. Okay. Now, I need to make a really quick post about this live stream because I did not post anything today. I kind of did that intentionally just to see what a pop-up live stream, what would happen. All right. Grab a link real quick. Copy link. Oh, dude. I can't believe I did that. Well. Okay. So, I got a couple packages over there. That spot on my face is always so red. It's just on that. I don't know why it's like that. Anyway, I have a package from Dan in Australia, which I might not open tonight because, well, what time would it be for Dan? Probably like, I think he might be like a 12-hour difference from us. It seems like that was the difference between here and Hawaii, though. It was similar. No, maybe not. I'm not sure. There's a large time difference. Same for like Delicious. Whenever he sends something over, I want to make sure he's in the chat. But it's always a weird time for him. And I don't know what time it would be in Poland. I think it's like 3 in the morning when it's 9 here. Hey, what's up, Sparrow? Jay Watterson, hello. Okay, I got my link. Do a quick post. We'll keep current selection. I don't know if I got that photo on here. I do not. I'll just have to go with this. Okay, that's done. There we go. What am I going to do with that? Okay, so tonight, I had this box last week. I didn't open it up. Why did I not open it up? Was Scott not here? I don't think Scott was here last week. Scott said he would be here this week. What's up, Mulder? Hey, it's been a long time since I've seen that name in the chat. Good to see you. I couldn't do this on TikTok, by the way. You can't smoke a cigarette on TikTok. Period. End of story. They'll shut they shut the live streams down. Found that out real quick when I tried it a while back. And then I can't remember I tried live streaming twice on there. One time they shut it down because I smoked a cigarette on live stream. The second time, it was something real stupid. They shut it down. I don't know. I've lost my TikTok twice. The first one I think I had like when they shut it down, I think I had about 10 or 12,000 followers or whatever they're called on TikTok. I'm not even sure, because I know you got pages on TikTok. You don't have channels. The second time they shut it down, I had about the same, I would say, probably between 10 and 12,000. I hadn't had it very long at all. I had a couple videos that I posted on there that did really decent. Not great, but they did all right. But they don't, like, TikTok is weird. Not to go on a rant or anything about TikTok, but it's weird. It's really hard to... So YouTube's, in a way, similar, but not. I don't know. They both have, like, their quirks that you got to work around if you want to be normal. If you just even want to be normal. Hey, what's up, Joe? But yeah, like, I 100%, without even doubting myself at all. Obviously, I never violated any of the terms of service over there. Never told me why they banned my page or anything of that nature. So it's quite frustrating and difficult to work on that thing. And look, that's something else. Same thing here on YouTube as well. But I've seen some people do some really, like, shady, egregious things on there, and as long as they got a decent following, they get away with it. I've seen them get strikes and stuff like that, but they always get their pages back. So yeah, I don't know what to do about it. What's up, Tim? What's up, Bob? Bob is in the house. Kaylin, hello. Oh, you didn't miss anything. Pretty much just got on here. It's only been 7 minutes, 53 seconds. Well, I will wait till... Nope, Scott's here. Scott and Ellie say hello from Nebraska. Wait, did I miss somebody here? Nope, Jay Watterson got him. Wait, Melvin. Hello, good evening. Good night? Good evening. Good evening would be the proper hello. We are going to get right into the box from Scott. I have not seen Dan, and I might just wait till next week on Dan's anyway. Depends on what Dan... It depends on what... If Dan wants me to do it tonight, I'll do it tonight. I did, and we are... What did I do with them? Oh, they're right here. We're going to try these tonight. I don't know. The stupid pumpkin noodles. Pumpkin pie flavored noodles. And weirdly enough, I had a piece of pumpkin pie today, so like that flavor is pretty fresh in my mind. We will see other natural flavors. Of course, it contains bioengineered food ingredients. Of course, it does. What else? Like, what else is there? You mean natural food ingredients? What? We don't want any of that. Manufactured in a facility also peanuts, tree nuts, sesame, crustaceans, shellfish, and fish products. Oh, the ingredients list on this is just... Ugh. It just gives me a headache just looking at it. For real, like, look at this. Look at the size of that ingredients list on some cup noodles. For real. Which I get it. They break each ingredient down to what's actually in, like enriched flour, wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, monotrate, riboflavin, folic acid. That's what's just in your enriched flour. That's what it's enriched with, I assume. And then you got your vegetable oil, which is palm oil, canola oil, and fractionated coconut or palm oil. Tapioca, tapioca starch, some sugar. Oh, you always want to see sugar in your cup noodles. Salt, non-fat milk, contains less than 2% of this other crap. Caramel coloring, which is a very interesting ingredient when you go to looking into what that is. Paprika, what? Ola resin for color, I guess. Powdered pumpkin, silicone dioxide, sodium caseinate. See, this looks more, okay, what I will say is, number one, our food in America is not food anymore. But number two, if you look at any ingredients list anymore, just like we just did, that looks more like the ingredients to a medication than it does a food, like a food product ingredients list. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that that's how it is. So, September 29th, 26th. I did pick up some more of these, by the way. I didn't get a bunch. I mean, I got 4, but they were dirt cheap. I think they were like 15 cents now. So, look how much shipping was for this little package from Dan. All the way from, I mean, halfway across the world. I get it. It's a long ways. But holy kizow. Oh, and then I got something else here for the upcoming next week or so. I just picked this up for a live stream. I must say, the packaging has really improved, other than the fact that it's clear. I wish they would go away from this clear. But this outer bag is substantially thicker and better than any First Strike. I mean, I've had the old ones. I think the oldest one I've had is an 09, but they started in 2008, so it was the same as what an 08 would have been. They've never been in like this thick of packaging. The early ones were in decent bags. They were almost this thick. But they moved away from they were vertical. They stood up like this, and then they had the first strike up here. But yeah, this is menu 5. Honey barbecue chicken sandwich, and then lemon pepper tuna. This is actually not the one that I ordered. They sent me the wrong one. I'm not going to say anything about it. I don't like tuna. So maybe I should complain, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to complain. That may have been a bit extra for Express. Wanted to beat the Christmas rush. Oh, Dan is here, guys. I just was reading before I announced that you were here. Huh. That's weird. That's a 2001 from Scott. We may or may not get into that. It's just out here as the meal option. That's what I had out here with the IMP last week. And we shall see. But we know Scott's here. This is a great big box from Scott. I can't thank Scott enough for everything. He sent, was it 3? I think you sent 3 boxes with 2001s in them, right? 2 or 3 boxes of the 2001s. And they're in really, really decent shape for 2001s. I mean, you gotta think they're 24 years old, coming up on 25. Well, no, September next year to be 25. Coming up on the 25-year anniversary of 9/11 next year too, September. But we're going to crack right into this box. I usually open them from the bottom, that way when I set them down, the gravity keeps them closed. So I'm going to open this one from the bottom. All right, here we go. Opening the box from Scott. Huge thanks again to Scott for sending yet another package along. I told him, I was like, dude, you really ain't got to do this, man. Dan said, complain about the First Strike ration. Siri. Wait, Siri? Hang on now. I can't read that. I'm like, Siri, I up for you or self. You don't like tuna? Yeah. First of all, thanks for the super chat, Dan. I think he's saying I should complain about the first strike ration because it isn't what I ordered, because I don't, and I ended up with a tuna one. And I think, like, I want to say 7 out of 9 of them have tuna in them now, which it's been that way maybe forever, but definitely it's been that way for a while. But yeah, I specifically got the one without tuna because, well, obviously I don't like tuna. But I mean, that only constitutes as a tiny fraction of the meal. I don't know. You're right. I probably should. So I'll debate about it. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks again for the super chat, Dan. All right, box from Scott. Here we go. Where do you get this tape at? Wait, is that the... Steve used to have this tape on the packages that he'd send by, and it was like unbelievably, it was like rubbery, really thick rubbery tape. And I've been looking for that. Like, I've tried to find tape like that, and I ain't never been able to find any. I've looked too, trust me. I mean, I didn't go on a mission of just looking for tape, but every time I'm around a store or something, I'll look and see what the tape's like, and I've never been able to find it. This ain't quite it. It's still pretty thick, good tape, though. I think that's about what I got. I think I got... What did I get? I bought something that was different. I usually just get the duct tape stuff, but I can't remember what I bought last time I bought tape. So, well into the renovations on the building up there now as well. I need to take you guys up there and show you what's going on, because it's happening pretty quick. It could very well be done by Christmas. Well, the upstairs, not the downstairs. The upstairs could be done. Well, we might, if we really crunched on it, we may be able to get it all done by Christmas. I don't know. It's moving quick. All right, here we go. Box from Scott. Opening it from the top or bottom. Holy, what in the world? Dude, that is all kinds of just like miscellaneous loosies is what I call it. Loose stuff. These look like mains and whatnots. Pork, sausage, and cream gravy. I have not seen that main out. I have a couple old pork, sausage, and cream gravies that I put up because Amber likes biscuits and gravy. So I put a few of these up, of the wet ones, and then I got a couple, like a few freeze-dried Mountain House things too, put up for her. But I haven't seen that main in a long time. It's probably been, I'll bet you 5 or 6 years since I had one of these. So that's a good main for me to have. Heck yeah. Cheese tortellini and tomato sauce. In a box. These got to be at least 2013. Right? Or they could be older. I don't think that doesn't look like a 2003. That's probably a 2013. I'm going to guess. Is that what this is too? So that's probably, that could have came out of a 2013. Because I've seen them putting 2012 stuff in 2013. So that might be a 2012? Probably not a 2022. I'll bet Scott knows. Some HDR, I can tell already what those are. Some beans and rice with tomato sauce. That's probably a 2023. Oh, this is Warnick. Date code. Oh, might be on the end of the... Well, date codes were on both of those. So we got date codes on... Wait, yeah, well, it wouldn't be full date code, so... And then we got some lentil stew. That is probably a 23. A bunch of these hit the market. A bunch of these 2023s. I think they were 23s, weren't they? I don't know, but we were getting them like 90 to 120 days old. Like, it was crazy how quickly these were getting into civilian hands. I didn't understand it when it was happening. I really didn't. Because we had the pandemic still kind of going on in 2022. And we were getting 2022, 2023 stuff super, super quick. It was weird. This making you want to eat some breakfast? Breakfast at night. There's nothing wrong with breakfast for dinner. We got some Chipotle tortillas, the special kind. Those are going to have that red color to them. The Chipotle ones, I don't know if I ate them side by side, and I do pick up a little bit of the flavor on them, but they do taste a lot like just, tortillas. I don't know why they really even made. Oh, that's old. Holy. That's got to be an 87. That's got to be an 87. And it's just a fruitcake. That is perfect for Christmas. Christmas fruitcake's what we're going to do with that. Because I don't know if I got any loose fruitcakes. I probably do. Man, I'd have to dig for them, though. I don't know where they'd be at. I can't wait to go through my stuff. The studio is, it's on its way. Yep. It's cost a lot of money. But at the same time, the results are there. So it's not like it's all for nothing or anything. It's just, I don't like to spend money. I don't like to spend money. That is a good looking box, though, for an 87. Whatever this came out of, I'll bet you looked like it was in really good shape, too. Ooh, and we got an orange. Whoa. Wait, there it is. Oh, that's probably an 83. 201st day of 83. What would the date be on 201? 30, 60, 90. Man, that would be like almost my birthday. In 83. I'd have been a year old when this was made. 201st day of 1983. Pretty sure that's what that would be. I'm almost positive. And we got a whole bunch of flameless ration heaters that they look new. These look pretty new. Let's see. There it is. Well, that's an 8. That could be an 18. That could be there's a 7. That could be a 17 or a 07. 07, I don't think they didn't really change much. 2008 up, 2007 up. These got to be 17s and 18s. I'm pretty sure. Wait, there's a note. No, there's not a note in here. Wait, there's a newspaper in there though. I should have not opened this upside down, huh? Should I flip it over? All right, now I feel like I should flip it over. I'm repacking and flipping it. I can retape it later. Am I packing this back right? I don't think I am. I don't think it's all going to fit. Yeah, it is. Oh. My bad. I should have opened it the right way. It's heavy. Okay. Opening it the right way. There we go. In the newspaper, maybe. Wait. Did you just stick the news? Wait. Was the newspaper just, is there a note? Scott, is the newspaper just packing? I should have asked before I flipped it over, huh? Yeah, this is 2023. Okay. Scott can tell me. It's definitely new. It's definitely new. But now it's open the right way. So we got accessory packets out of C ration with no smokes. Excuse me. And we got... excuse me. Okay. Accessory packets without smokes that still have Tabasco bottles and whatnots in them. Look at that. That's a dark one. That is good and dark. Look at this. The difference. You can see the difference. That one's definitely dark. Looks way darker in person than even it does on camera. I guess you can kind of tell. I guarantee you that. Tabasco's weird, man. Tabasco gets when it gets dark like that, it gets really, really hot. Like, I've had some really hot Tabasco sauce. And we got some Taster's Choice, the brown kind. So we got some sugar in there, yeah. Wait, yep, there's the sugar. There's the cream. Heck, that's pretty much an entire accessory packet. Looks like it looks like it'd be like a 90 or a 91, and I'll tell you why I say that. It's because of that. I think 92 too. I think these were in 90 to 90, maybe even 93. But these, what brand are these? Nice Pack. I remember years and years and years ago now. Wow, it's been a long time ago. Like 9 years ago, Steve made a couple MRE videos that Steve made, and he raved about how he loved the smell of those black and the vertical line, black vertical line, like that one that I just had out there. This one doesn't have one in it. So this could be, yep. Toilet paper looks different in this one too. This looks like, they only did this for a couple years. This folded over toilet paper, just like they only did the blue toilet paper for, may have only been a year or two. It was very short run. Same way with this toilet paper like this right here, with that like manila envelope wrapping on it. Just a couple year run on that. I can't remember what year. I want to say 86, 87 on that. It could have been up to 89 on that one. That might have been right before the vertical line wet nap. That's an easy way in here. This toilet paper is different as well. Well, yep, look at that. There's the blue toilet paper. Exactly what I was just talking about. Heck yeah. Perfect. Perfect. We got creamer in there. We got some sugar we can use in there. Creamer feels like it's maybe okay. It's kind of hard to tell when they're super well packed like that, if it's still powder or if it's turned into a solid mass. But that kind of feels like it might be powder. So that might be usable. Heck yeah. Oh, dude, any extras like this? Because I'll have cups of coffee just like I did last week, I believe, and I didn't have cream or sugar. I ended up just grabbing what I had in there. I should have. Wait, the accessory packet didn't have one or something. Like something weird happened last week. I ended up not having something. It came with that espresso roast coffee, but no cream and no sugar. That's what it was. So it was weird. Oh, that's a weird looking pack. That's a B2 pack, and I can already see. Let me smell it. I can smell them. Look at that. Classic caramels. Who made these? Lucas Confections Incorporated out of York, Pennsylvania. They got a little bit of flexibility to them still, but these ones they're not melted and like all over the place in there, which is good. I mean, they are a little bit. You can see like a little bit of moisture in there. Focus. There you go. But those actually, they look edible. I don't know if they smell edible. They kind of do. They kind of smell good. A little bit of that like weird sorbic acid smell, but mainly it just smells like a caramel. And we got a brown taster's choice in there that sounds perfect. That one looks perfect too. Gotta love Nestle. Nestle used to be a good company. I don't know if I would claim them to be such a good company anymore. And there's the wet nap. Back to the vertical line black wet nap made by Nice Pack. Where is that? Orangeburg, New York. Huh. I don't remember ever saying that out loud. Wait, there's a date code on there maybe. 1991, 45th day. Yes, sir. Guaranteed. Guaranteed that's 91. I was right about those dates. I knew it. It's been a while since I've thought about that, but I like the creamers too. I like the eagle on them. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I like packaging, especially when it's got stuff like that on it. Uh-oh. Oh. Dang, Scott sent a whole collection of stuff over. What the heck? We got a P38 here too. That thing is shiny. Way shinier than the ones I carry daily in my pocket. I carry a couple. And I also carry a key for a can too. See? Look, it's shiny for me carrying it in my pocket. Maybe, yeah. That's my speaker. That one right there is a first generation P38. There's a 57. Where's my GG Green? Hang on. Oh, nope, there's a Shelby. I carry all these in my pocket all the time. It's kind of silly. There's my GG Green. It's gotten a little bit shiny, but it was dark. A 1957. Yeah, it's shiny in spots for me carrying it in my pocket, but it's still dark down there in them recessed areas. Just shiny on the parts that rub in my pocket, I guess. Like out here on that edge. That one that's got a matte finish to it. It doesn't have a year, does it? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's the one that says Mullen above Shelby. Yeah. That's an earlier one, I think. Because later on, they just went to having Shelby on them, if I remember correctly. The metal on the newer P38s, made by Shelby. It's way too soft. Originals are the way to go. I have a really cool display of P38s that was meant to set up in like a hardware store or an old general store. Super cool. And it's unopened. It's still got the wrapper around it. And it's got all the little P38 stuck in it. I think they had a quarter on them back then, or maybe it was less. It might have been a dime. They were cheap, super cheap. And I think that board has 50 or 100 on it. I can't remember. I haven't seen the board in a long time. It's either got 50 or 100 on it, and I think I only give like $20 for it. I got a good deal on it. But heck yeah, man. I will keep that as a, I'll probably carry it too. I'll probably stick it in my pocket and carry it. We got us a vintage cocoa beverage powder that Scott actually might have saved. By sticking it in this bag right here like this, you might, here, let me smell it. It smells good. We might be able to salvage that. That would be, I'm going to guess 90, like early 90s. We got a date here somewhere. It's up here. 90. 89, no. No? Wait a second, we're missing a number up there. 089A27. Unless there's another date code on it. I don't see another one. Huh. I would guess this to be a 90 or so. Hey, Investory, what's up, man? Heck yeah. Ain't seen you in the chat in a while either. Good to see you, man. Oh, look, there is a note. Did I miss Scott saying there was a note? I must have, because I said something. I was like, is there a note? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I thought you'd enjoy more of my stash of extras. Lots to try, lots to sample. Hope all is well with you. And best, Scott. Thank you for the note, Scott. And yes, sir, I will definitely use up your extras. Since you sent them, we will use this stuff periodically. Like, with it's always good to have like stuff like this to go and use and get. Like, you never know what you could use. I think we went. Did we have? No, we didn't, because we're setting things aside. So we got more accessory items with a... I like having the darker Tabascos. That's a pretty dark Tabasco. I'm trying to look down at the chat while I'm going as well, guys. Oh, this one had... Oh, he saved... Look at that. Scott saved the Mars wrapper. I don't know if I've ever saved... Well, I'm sure I probably have. But I need to put one of these in like a frame. I need to be very careful about laying one out. Which this one might work. To lay it out flat and put it in a little frame. I think that'd be super cool. And make a super cool little piece of art. Especially if I can find like a couple more. Like use one of the... surely I got one set in here. Oh yeah, right. No. Dang. Do I not have one set in here? One of the desert bars? What the heck? I should have had 2 or 3 of them sitting right here. They must have fell. I'll be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here, let me grab this. Look at this. It's collected dust on my shelf, but look at this thing. Made by Pillsbury. Chewy peanut butter. They call it the space food stick. That cool? That is it's got to be super vintage. I never have done any research on this. And I'll tell you, the way I ended up getting this is probably why I didn't really look into it that much. Empty wrappers into a trash container. Don't litter. Drop empty wrapper into a trash container. That's cool. I remember when they used to write that stuff on sodas and on wrappers like this. Really cool. You remember these? I'd never seen one of these until I got this one. And it's rock hard now. I don't think it was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be, well, chewy. So, but I thought that thing was super cool. I can't wait to get that in a display as well. All right, I got sidetracked by candy. I got a pretty decent candy collection at this point, I would have to say. And we got some coffee, some cream, some sugar, and some toilet paper, along with this Mars wrapper. I swear, I don't think I've ever saved a flat wrapper like that. I don't know how I have. I don't know how I haven't. We might use up your cocoa beverage powder tonight, maybe. I'm going to set it over there. And then we got a bunch of, wow, varying date miscellaneous extras here. We got everything from brand new Bill's Brew coffee all the way back to some likely sea ration era chiclets. That looks like a sea ration era creamer in there too. I got to look now real quick. Can't go through every item because that would take all night, but that looks definitely, well, it's got some age to it for sure. Camp Santa, Sanna, Dairies, out of Madison, Wisconsin. I can't remember where that's, what era that is. Is this other one the same era? Probably. Yeah, but it's different. Well, it's made by Santa, but it's different. Look at the, that's flat. That's gloss. This looks likely older. Huh. Holy crap. Well, that scared me. There's coffee in there. A little bit of everything in there. Salt. Some toilet paper. Butt ration. That's an old toilet paper right there. Where is that? What? Would that have been? That probably would have been in a sea ration era. Nope. Look. Look at that. Scott even left a piece in there. Desert bar. So I have a couple with this on it, and I got them from Saltycroccollectibles. Vince. Got them from Vince because Vince ended up getting a whole box of them that had the original. I don't know if mine say 45 cents, but they got a grocery label on them, just like that. I took one off, and the other one I couldn't get off. It was leaving too much residue, so I left it. What am I eating tonight? A 2000, likely, yeah, definitely. A 2001 chicken and noodles. Feels like there might be something busted in there. Oh, yeah, there is. Either Skittles or M&M's. Probably M&M's. They feel like a Skittle or M&M. Something busted in there. We shall find out what that was. But a 2001, so 24-year-old chicken and noodles. Noodles don't typically hold up that well, so the desert chocolate is pretty interesting. Whenever you start throwing some heat to this stuff, it's pretty fun. It's pretty interesting. Did I make it through all the mains? I think I made it through those. Yeah, I made it over to the flameless ration heaters. So let's go right here. Oh, some creamy spinach and fettuccine. That is not my favorite. I struggled through that one. And I've given every single one of those away ever since I've... Oh, chili beans. That is one of my favorites right there. Literally one of my favorites. Dang. Heck yeah, that'll be my dinner one night for sure. And we got a Southwest-style beef and black beans with sauce. Again, one of my favorites. Super. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, the spinach with fettuccine is... I don't know what they were thinking when they came up with this menu. I really don't. I can't think of very many people that would pick this out of a case or even enjoy this. There's a couple people that are like, it's all right, I'll eat it. But most people, after they try it, they're like, yeah, that ain't my thing. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. I don't know what they were thinking when they made that. Slide it back in place, and we will move over to a cheese spread, which is... It doesn't matter how old it is, because cheese spread, as long as it stays sealed and not... I haven't had a bad one look like this. Have I had maybe I have. I don't know if I've had a bad tan one. I can't remember having a bad tan one. You got me thinking. And then we got... Oh, what's in this box? We got hot sauces in here, or in this box, in this bag. We got hot sauce, long Tabasco. We got wet naps, fresh naps. We got some old school creamer, old school wet naps. We got matches, flat packs. Now they're shiny, I think. I think all of them are shiny now. We've got... I like this hot sauce. I'm a big fan of this exact type of hot sauce. We got some creamer. A little bit of everything in here. Good extras bag. A good little extras bag. What's in this other bag here? Oh, we got some British Vesty Foods. That's some new Vesty Food stuff. I don't think I've seen that packaging yet. It's been a while. I ain't had nothing like newer than... Oh, what's the newest thing I had out of British? Probably 22? Probably 2022? I don't know. I don't know. I saved the packaging from it. But we got some British additives there. Chicken all schmag. Did I say that right? We got some spoons of the MCI type and the MRE type. We got 3 MCI types all with points. Some of them don't have points. I don't know if I have one handy, but I think the ones without points, let's see. Huh. Figured I'd have one right here. Maybe this one? Nope. Maybe this one? Nope. I like the ones with points. I don't like the ones without points. I don't know why, but I feel like these, and some of these are really sharp. But I've heard the stories of them being used as weapons. Hello, Goose. Hello, Goose. Hi. And we got 2 packs of crackers. The classic type. Can't tell if they got salt or not. They're probably not going to have a date. Come here, Goose. You can come up here and say hello for a second. Come here. Real quick. Come here. Hi. Did Mom just let you in? Yeah. What are you doing? Being loud. Next, some I was thinking it was jelly because of the way it felt right there. It is a maybe 90s peanut butter. She's fine. She's fine. Probably 92. 29. Oh, cool. All right, Goose, go on. You made a mess. Knocked down all my bubble gum and stuff. And the little miniatures. Okay. Where was this at? Okay. Is it that? I can't remember how this was. Shoot. See if the lighter K-Man scent still lights. Nope, it needs fluid. He got that when he was in Vegas one time and sent it. Got an ashtray that matches it, sitting right here too. Okay, crackers and peanut butter. And then we got, excuse me, a chocolate chip cereal bar. The only way to get those would be in the food packet survival general purpose. ×2. I used to get these. Somebody got, I think it was, what was his name? Dang it, he was from New York. He ordered a bunch of these directly from the manufacturer. I don't know how he done it. Oops. He must have been working with, who made this? Sterling? Yeah, Sterling. I think he ordered them directly from Sterling. And he had a whole bunch. I want to say he had to order 2,500 of them. Or something like. He had to order a bunch of these. and he was selling them off for a few years, and a bunch of people ended up with a bunch of these. And I think they look like this one. This one looks different. This one looks like it's probably, that could be a 2000, maybe. I guess it could be a 2010. Could be a 2010. I guess it could be a 2020 for that matter. 349th day. Whoops. And this one looks older to me for some reason. I could be wrong about that, but is Scott telling us answers in the chat down there? Because I keep looking down, but I ain't seeing him. Got one in a box from Mike. Oh, we got some smoked almonds. This is good stuff, dude. Why didn't you eat this? This is good stuff. These are awesome. These are awesome. All this stuff's good. This is good stuff, man. This would be probably a 90, I'm going to say, based on the shape, because 80, it would have been round. And 2000, the only way you could have got these, they wouldn't have been in this color packaging. In 2000, you could get them in 2000. I don't know where you would have got these, if you could have gotten one of these in 2000. They might have still had these in a couple meals in 2000, or 1 or 2 meals. I can't remember. Yeah, that's good stuff, dude. I mean, that's some of, not just my favorites, that's some of everybody's favorites. And everybody loves these chocolate chip cookies, too. That one's kind of weird shaped. See how it tapers down on the end? It's kind of a weird, it's weird sealed, too. I like weird packaging. Yeah, so sue me. MCI peanut butter. No idea the year. Probably not 68, but they don't necessarily put years on the peanut butters that I've ever known. It's just some sort of weird lock code, usually. But this could be an 1168. It could be a November of 68. It's possible. Wait, who enjoys what now? Oh, yeah, we got to get into that pumpkin, too. I need to go ahead and get some hot water into that here soon. And we got a pecan cake roll. I ain't had one of these in a long time. I don't know. They haven't showed up in any of the MCIs that I mean, it's been a while since I opened an MCI because I can't get to them at the moment. But I haven't had one of these show up in a good while. And it looks like 71, likely. Is that a 7-1 on the end? I think it is. It could be a 3-1. They didn't put date codes on these either, really, that I can recall. Well, it kind of looks like it might be January 20th of 71, maybe, out of the American Bread Company out of Nashville, Tennessee. Now, see, look at this. Look at that ingredients list. That's what I want my ingredients list to look like from now on. On my food. I want my food to have a food ingredients list. Ingredients: flour, sugar, shortening, cake, crumbs. What's crumbs? Cake crumbs. Okay. Whole eggs, water, pecans, cinnamon, non-fat dry milk, yeast, salt, and vanilla. That's what food's supposed to sound like, and that's what a list is supposed to look like whenever you're eating something. Now, I will say that the shortening might be a little bit of an age issue there, but you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, they really sealed these things really well, and if they were stored properly, this could still be edible. At least mostly edible. So, I don't know. It just, again, food today is driving me nuts. Okay, we got another bag here of, looks like extras, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. All kinds of extras. Accessory packets. We got coffees. We got mustard, which they stopped putting that in there. The ketchup and mustard. When I had the burger last time, this wasn't in it. That was just a few, I don't know, month or a couple months ago, whatever it was. It ain't been that long ago. I guess maybe it was a few months ago, but they stopped putting the ketchup and mustard in them. What I have, 22s, 23s, what are those? Something like that. New ones, newer. We've got hot sauce, a little bit of everything in here. Some creamers, some more coffee. I am sitting on some coffee with just what Scott sent for a while. Elandil sent me some coffee, and I put that stuff up at Christmas last year, and then I put it in a tote, and I couldn't find. I looked for it, couldn't find it. Some more coffee, some gum, some full-on accessory packets. Another accessory packet A from 7265. It'd be probably 17, I would say. All right, well, dude, you hooked it up, and we might actually. I need to get a B unit out that has crackers in it to open this. Actually, I just probably need to get a couple MCIs out, and we'll try that one night. See if that pecan cake roll has held up. Okay. I put the cocoa beverage powder out to try tonight. I kind of want to open one of these. Let's do it. Let's open. This is probably the newer one. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. Probably a newer one. One of those with a cocoa beverage powder. Shoot. Scott, you should have ate that. I'm going to eat it for you. We got our desert bar here. Let me fold that up and stick that down in this edge right here. This, and then we'll crack into the MRE that Scott also sent. That's got the caramels in it. We put the caramels on that side like that. And then we got our early MRE accessory packets. Maybe one MCI accessory packet in there. And then we'll put the paper back on top like it was. All right. Well, thanks for all that extra stuff there, Scott. Man, I feel like I wish you'd ate it. You'd ate some of that stuff. But if you didn't have no desire to eat it, I sure will. Oh, there we go. All right. Fix the camera. Oh, hey, look at that. G. Schultz stopped by. Hello, Mr. Schultz. Or should I say Schultz? Mr. Schultz. That's probably the proper way to pronounce it. I've always just said Schultz. Schultz. That's probably the proper way, yeah. Okay. I don't think the pillable seal works on these, if I remember right. Let me see. Well, that one looks like it's going to work. No, maybe not. It's going to mangle the bag. There, well, not too awful bad. Let's see. I mean, when they're really well sealed, see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if that really matters or not. I just always try to go for the clean look, so that if they ever need displayed, that they display well. Which I guess you could easily stick that back together, and it almost looked like it wasn't open, other than that little bit right there. What is that? That's got to be a Skittle, right? Nope. It's a green M&M. One single green M&M up there. All right. Ain't that supposed to be good luck or something? Here we go. I'm going to eat the M&M right off the bat. Those are good. Nothing off about that at all. If you've ever had an M&M, it tastes like a fresh M&M. Doesn't taste old at all. Start on this side. Raspberry flavored applesauce from 2001. Of course, packed by the Warnick Company. There's our date code. 33rd day of 2001. Let me set this up right here. A little bit out of the way. Next. Ooh. Heck yeah. These are the only time I usually see these, they're coming out of like meal cold weathers. Or ration cold weathers. These were also in ration cold weathers. But I am one of the, I would have to say, few people that really enjoy the fig bars. And I especially like the vintage ones. Now, this has got enough age on it that it's probably going to, well, I don't know. They were stored so well. Look at that. It looks perfect. Yeah, Bob, I'm a huge fan of the fig, especially the MRE ones. But, I mean, I'll eat them not in a ration situation, I guess is what I should say. We got our accessory packet with the dreaded Red Taster's Choice. And a bottle of Tabasco. I didn't stick my nose in this one when I opened it. There's our accessory packet. Ooh. We got an early cheese spread here. It's got quite the shape to it. It's you know, a little stiff. Who made this? Huh. There we go. Thermopack Incorporated. Made it. And I don't see the date code. Huh. Oh, there it is. 118th day of 2001. Nope. What do we got here? What happened? Oh. Look at this. These are the super cool. Oh, wait. I don't know if I've seen these yet. See, I got the Y2K ones. I put those up. I did not open them. They were Millennium ones. And these ones say, gift or bribe. You decide. We're giving you a gift. Come on, it's a bribe. Win one of 1 million prizes instantly. $100 cash, a music CD, M&Ms, movie tickets, game software, and chocolate candies. Since this is already open, you guys want to look inside and see if we won? Did we win? Where does it say that? That's the official game piece right there. Oh, it says, there it is. Of course, I don't have any other luck other than this, but here, let me zoom it in. Yeah, this is not a winner. But with 1 million prizes available, you got to try again. A little cartoon on there. Cheer up, you might win something sooner or later. Try your, what's that say? Try your, in your case, the operative word is later. There you go. M&M's look good there. A couple of them are cracked, but not bad. I love. Oh, the other side busted out. Dang it. Well, heck. I don't know what to do with them. There's a bunch of them still in this bag. Here, let me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stick them in the bag for right now. All right, next out. Oh, there's one too. We got our spoon. No, who's taking off? Magnum or Investory taking off? Oh, look, we got a cocoa beverage powder tonight. We might save this one and try the older one. I don't know. We will. What you guys can determine. The old one might not be or usable anyway. Maybe. 1157. So 157th day on that. We're getting closer to the 9/11 date there. Next up, we got vegetable crackers. These are early vegetable crackers. I know I think they started in the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken. They might have started in the early 90s, like 95. No, maybe 97. I don't know. These are pretty early vegetable crackers, though. Early in the invention of these, or addition of these, whatever you want to call it, to the MREs themselves. And then we have our flameless ration heater. You guys might recognize that right there from Mr. Schultz's logo. But I think that's the same guy that's in his logo. I think. If he's still here, he could tell you. But I think that's the same one. And last but definitely not least, we've got our chicken, vegetables, and noodles in sauce. 9 grams of fat, 120 milligrams of cholesterol. That's a little bit. 930 milligrams of sodium. That's actually a lot of cholesterol. 17 grams of total carbohydrates. 2 grams of fiber. That's low. I figured it'd have more fiber than that. Huh. Well, 186th day. Definitely getting closer. This is the only thing I got to heat up, right? Yeah. All right. Let me go get this heating up, and then we'll get everything laid out, and then we'll make some pumpkin noodles real quick, and then we'll dig into this. All right. Okay. All right. Put this. Oh, well. We gotta. Oh, there's another one. Another there's still M&Ms in there. Tray. What? What, Minnie? Let's just go ahead and do those first. Oh. There's only one other green M&M. Look at that. Huh. So I took one, and then there's only one other one. So there was only two in that whole pack. That's kind of crazy. A bunch of orange, bunch of red. Not a bunch, but plenty of red. I see some yellow, 4 yellow. Mostly brown, though. Yep, no more in there. It's nice little packaging, though. I like that. I will keep that, and it will go with my M&M collection. Heck yeah. Spoon. Cookie beverage powder we might swap out with this one. We'll try that one. I don't have any other. Oh yeah, coffee and cocoa beverage powder is what we got for drinks and with chicken noodles. Interesting choice. There's our raspberry crackers over there. Fig bar there. Minnie, chill. Now see, this is a full. We still got the meal too. This is a full meal. Like, I feel like the modern MREs are not nowhere near as much of a full meal. All right, let's crack into the accessory packet. Actually, here, I got a knife right here. We'll just use this little IFAC knife. There we go. We got our questionable red taster's choice. It looks good. Packaging's nice. That don't mean nothing with that though. We got our moist towelette. National Towelette Company. Must be all they do. We got our little tiny package of Domino sugar. We got our interesting pack of Giannis Brothers. That's weird packaging. 115th day. Well, kind of a weird package material. For the creamer, we got our package of salt, which I can tell you doesn't have 4 grams in it, even though it's supposed to. It feels like it's got about 2 in it, which that happens. We got our matches that are nice and shiny. Black matches with red tips. Strike on back. Of course, they're made by D.D. Bean & Sons. Where's it at? Right there. We got our green chiclet style gum. A little faded on the edges, but not too bad. We got our United States issued butt ration right there. You can use it as a napkin or paper towel, whatever you need. And last but not least, we have our Tabasco, which looks like it just came out of the grocery store. Perfect. Like that. It's just like it's new. Is this an accessory packet A or B? A or B? Huh. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Okay. What don't we need? Got Tabasco up here open. We don't need that. We don't need those. Never do that. Don't need salt. Half-pack salt. Don't need the moist towelette. That stuff we will use. Coffee. Go. All right. Ooh. Huh. I don't feel like applesauce anymore. I don't know if you guys can... don't know. It feels real. Excuse me. Feels really weird. It feels like straight up water. It's slightly thicker than what water will be, but that's very, very, very runny. That's not normal. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually it stays pretty thick. Huh. Crackers, the vegetable variety. Maybe. Here, open it from this side. There we go. Nicely holding their shape. Unique smell to those crackers, of course. I don't know what those really smell like. They smell like whole grain is what they smell like. I don't know. That's what I think they smell like. All right, our fig bars. Cut it right here at the top. Oh, yes. Look at that. You see that glistening in there? This thing looks perfect. Oh, yeah. That's money. This is going to be crunchy and crispy and sugary and... Oh, I just dropped a little piece off of it. Oh, it's a piece of bread. Now, this is pretty hard cheese spread, I gotta say. It's abnormally stiff. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet. We will find out. But we'll definitely knead it up and see what happens. Still feels weird. About twice as stiff as it usually is. Alright, I gotta go get them chicken noodles or they're gonna taste like metal. Be right back. Okay. Got the main. Set it here away from the fan. Also got these chips we'll try out tonight. It's kind of like the vintage logo on it, the Stranger Things. Collisions. Pizza and Cool Ranch. I'm going to get these going right now, too. Well, they take about 5 minutes. I'm not putting it in the microwave. Alright, I'm going to go put hot water in these. Ooh. Okay, that smells like... It smells sweet. And it smells like pumpkin spice. This is not going to be good. I'm going to put some hot water in it, though. Alright. Put water right up to the line. There it is. Mix it up a little bit. Get that powder. Oh, so gross. I do not envision this being good at all. I mean, my preconceived notions of this is just not good. Where's my metal spoon at? Huh. I need something to set on top of that. What do I got here? Here. That'll work. Okay. What is that? Cracker. Piece of cracker. Okay. I was like, what the heck? Coffee. Coffee. Made a mess of crumbs there, didn't I? There we go. Alright, let's see if the Taster's Choice made it. Even if it didn't, I usually still drink it anyway. Oh, look at that. That is best case scenario, pretty much. Might be a little bit of clumping going on there. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, look, that doesn't get much better than that. Wow. Unusual for a red Taster's Choice to be that perfect. Man, whoever stored these did a really, really good job. I've got to keep giving them props on that, because, wow. That's almost always bad. Oh, yeah. Looking perfect. I mean, I wouldn't mind adding the cocoa beverage powder into this, but since it's old, a little more vintage there, we will put it on its own. That's such a tiny pack of sugar. It's so weird. I don't remember them being this small. It's like it accidentally made it smaller than it's supposed to be. Alright, instead of making 2 trips, I'm just going to fix the other cup. And we will use our delicious cup here. English side's on this side. So Delicious MRE, look him up on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. Let's see if this cocoa beverage powder, if Scott saved it. I think he did. I think so. Looks good. Find out. Huh. It's a little bit. I don't know. Let me try a little bit more. I don't feel like I got enough. Try a little more. It's got salt in it, which, I mean, they put it was manufactured that way. I think it's okay. I think we're good. It's got a little bit of an aged taste to it, but nothing crazy. Package started to disintegrate some, as you can see in there. Pretty sure that's what that is. Did I get it? Yeah, I got one of the pieces. There's probably more in there. Yeah, I see more. More right there. If I seen it that quick, there's more probably all through it. But that's what happened up here in this corner. Right here. You can see it. It started to break down on the inside there. And a little bit on the edges. Over here as well. Yeah, definitely on that edge right there. Anyway, not that big deal. A little bit of plastic, a little bit of aluminum. I'm sure I've consumed way more microplastic than mattered. That this doesn't matter. All right, off to get some water. Be right back. It's harder to walk with the drink in each hand than I thought. Oh, that's really, 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 really hot. Spoon, spoon, spoon. Guess that'll do right there. Wow. I don't think I put enough water in this one. I know it only calls for 6 ounces of water, but when your cup starts off that deep with powder, it's a little bit hard to judge how much water is actually going in it. Because this ends up about probably an 8-ounce drink or so. I would say that powder, when it dissolves, adds about 2 ounces to the liquid. Oh yeah, that. It's getting there. I wouldn't think it'd have been that bad to mix up, but because this water is mega hot. I'm going to need a fork, too, by the way. It's probably been about 5 minutes on these, huh? They look like they need more water. I'm going to add just a little bit more water to them. Just a little bit. Alright, we're going to start off with this since I think they're done. Well, maybe they aren't. They need mixed up for sure. But I don't like eating these things unless they're al dente. These feel al dente. Oh my Lord. All right. It smells like pumpkin, cinnamon, and noodles. The noodles is like, you don't smell the noodles till after you smell the pumpkin and cinnamon. This is not appetizing. Oh yeah, ramen and I mean, there's a ton of sodium in it, so it can definitely do a lot of things to you. But here we go. Oh, I do not like the smell at all, which is usually a good indication of what's about to happen. Here we go. They're sweet. It's like a dessert noodle. I didn't know that was a thing. Which I have seen, like Japanese eating sweet noodles and stuff. Or maybe Chinese. I can't remember. It tastes exactly like what you think it would. The noodles themselves are good, but the flavor is just... There's 960 milligrams of sodium in this. I don't taste salt at all. Unless it's like a huge part of the makeup of the noodles. Why does this have so much sodium in it? It doesn't make any sense. I guess I get the novelty of it, but I also... There's no way they thought they were going to sell a lot of these. I can't imagine. And then, like, if you would enjoy a sweet, hot noodle dish, you might like this. The cinnamon, in my opinion, is really prevalent in the flavor. And then it surely tastes like pumpkin spice. Don't get me wrong. It's there. Just give it to the ant farm outside. Yeah. It's interesting. Why they feel the need to pumpkin spice everything, I do not know. But they start this about 5 years ago, maybe. It might have been started longer ago than that. Probably started about 10 years ago, 9-10 years ago. The Starbucks and just everything. They pumpkined and pumpkin spiced everything. And this one, this was a miss. This was a miss. I really don't know what Cup Noodle was thinking. I'm not going to say it's horrible. It's not horrible. It just ain't my thing. It's not for me. This was not made for my palate. I don't think sweet and noodles I don't think that goes together at all. At all. Noodles are supposed to be savory. That's it. That's all. That's the only way that's the only way my brain comprehends noodle dishes. Is it's supposed to have something savory, or it's supposed to be savory flavored, not sweet and sugary and cinnamony. And I'm done with it. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad because it's not horrible. It's just a very odd pairing. And I guess I do get a little bit of the salt on my lips now, but I don't. Why? Why did we need all the sodium in this? They could have made a cup noodle that had no sodium in it, for that matter. Could have had no sodium in it. Makes no sense. You agree with the noodles should be savory? Because this is not it. I got extra. Next time I send you a box, I'll send you one of these. I picked up, I think I got 5 extras now. But now I know I don't need to try them again. Which I guess I could pick up some more. They just keep sitting back there in the corner at Walmart on clearance. So, oh, you do? What are they flavored like, Kaylin? Like, what's the what's the flavor? When you say sweet, is it just like a sugar sweet and then like no added flavor, or is it like cranberry? Is it like apple? Other sweet stuff that I could not think of off the top of my head right now. Yeah, definitely a novelty. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I don't think I have them handy. Anyway, along with this, they also made a turkey dinner one. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to assume that one, even though it's novelty, was probably pretty good. Cinnamon, allspice, cloves, nutmeg, sugar, and honey. Huh. I mean, okay, maybe sweet noodles is a thing. I mean, just it's not tradition. It's definitely not something I don't think I've ever had sweet noodles until this moment right here. Yeah, daily you can sure live without tasting some things like pumpkin, like noodles. Yeah. Yeah, this is a weird one, man. It's again, it's not horrible or anything. Like I don't know. I want to go back for another bite. Just because I feel like they're still hot and I need to, I don't know. Made it 67 years without this one. Yeah, I hear you. Because we'd never think to do this. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You can barely taste the noodle. Barely. Mm-hmm. Egg rolls, oh yeah. Sweet and sour, oh yeah. I like a good egg roll dipped in some sweet and sour or something like that. Sure. But this, it ain't. I wouldn't just pick this out to eat. But since I just wanted to try the novelty of it and see what was up with it, I wouldn't sit there and finish it. No way. I've only taken extra. I took an extra bite because I'm doing this. All right, we got to get out the, what flavor was this? Raspberry. Applesauce. All right, I'm just going to cut the corner of it here instead of trying to rip the top off, because, man, that's some really thick packaging. They don't make stuff like they used to, that's for sure. Oh, see? Look at that. That is not at all normal. Wow. I must say, I've never encountered a vintage applesauce like this. That is very oxidized, I would have to say. I don't think it's supposed to be this dark. What's our ingredients list on here? Applesauce, raspberry puree, sugar, and salt. See, that's what an ingredients list should look like right there. Right? Perfect. Well, something happened to this one. Something has definitely happened to this one because... Oh, Mrs. G says... Wait, are we still talking about the noodles? Look at that. I must have missed the bowl. Huh. It already started to, like, crust up. No longer than it sat on there. Usually I'm a big fan of the vintage applesauces. I mean, most of you guys know that I love eating old applesauces, especially when it gets like right on that verge or has like that weird fermented flavor to it. I usually really enjoy it. A lot of people don't. I do. That one is not... I don't even know what's going on with that thing. It's very odd. It's very odd. Again, like I've never seen one do this before. All right, let's get our chicken and noodles out here. Should still be nice. Oh, yeah. Super hot. Super duper hot. Okay. Ooh, nice piece of chicken. Oh, yeah. Smell it. Smells good. It's not fishy. It don't smell like tuna or anything like that. Because sometimes when these old chicken dishes, well, when they get old, they start getting fishy and smelling like tuna. This one isn't like that. Oh, we had a noodle left in there, huh? Strangely enough, these noodles still seem pretty stiff. Look at that. They're not like falling apart. Look, that one just bent. Yeah, look at that. How? How in the world does that noodle look like it's al dente? Seriously, that looks perfect. We're about to find out. I want to just try the noodle first. See what kind of texture it is. Mainly just noodle. Alright, here we go. First bite of the noodle, down the hatch. Well. Huh. It's not al dente. Turned to mush. And it's, man, I think I might have left it cooking just a little too long. This might be my fault. It's quite metallic. And I do think it's probably... Usually I like put a time on it. And I'm like, all right, no longer than 3 minutes. This time I think I like opened a couple extra things more than what I usually would. And I think the dish might have suffered because of that, because the metallic flavor to this is heavy. It's quite thick with metallic juices or flavoring. See what it's like just trying the chicken. Maybe it's just the noodles absorb that flavoring mainly. We'll see what it's like with some chicken. The chicken's nice. Right off the bat. Juicy. Nice texture. The metallic flavor is still there. It's not as bad though. I feel like we might be able to help that. Maybe. Where is it? I'll just have to open a new Tabasco here. I don't know what year this one is. Thought I got it open. Guess not. Well, I didn't want to have to use my knife for it, but I guess I'm going to have to. I think the Tabasco might help it out some. And I also, weirdly enough, think that it could use some salt. I got some of that up here too. It'll be easy on it, but maybe a little bit more. There we go. All right, Tabasco and salt. See if that helps out that flavor some. You can see the herbs and stuff in there. Carrots, noodles, chicken, broth, mushrooms. Not bad. Ooh. Huh. Ooh. The carrot was like really gelatinous. That was the first thing that hit me. But then when I got to the Tabasco and the salt, it really helped it out, but it kind of dissipated pretty quick. Where did that piece of cracker go? Huh. All right, let's try some with the cracker. The chicken's actually pretty good. The noodles are struggling a bit. They just taste metallic. The chicken, though, there's plenty of it in here, too. Good bit of chicken. Oh, yeah. That's good. I mean, it's still metallic-y, but the crackers help it out a lot. No weird numbness or anything like that, which I've had that plenty with chicken. Usually it's more like a throat burning. None of that with this, though. Yeah, I can eat some more of that with some... Just trying to pick me some chicken out there. Yeah, that's a piece... Is that a piece of chicken or noodle? Chicken. That is not bad. The crackers really add a nice savory, like clean flavor to it that kind of cancels out the weirdness of the metal. I'm actually enjoying that. It's not bad. Big old piece of chicken. Probably should add some more Tabasco too, because that was also a nice flavor enhancer on this. Overall, though, like the chicken broth is pretty weak in flavor. It's thick, like it's a thick gravy or base added to it, but it's kind of bland, really. The Tabasco really adds something that seems like it's missing. Not bad though. Not bad. Let's see. What's it look like? Oh no. That doesn't look good at all. Oh, whoa. I'm not even going to eat that. I can already tell you. That reeks really, really bad. Wow. I can't believe I couldn't smell that when I opened it. I've only got to get it about that close to my nose, and I can smell it. Oh yeah. That smells like an early 80s like cheese spread. That smells like one of the oldest and worst cheese spreads I've ever had. You know what? I gotta at least try it now. Oh, it looks like plastic. I'm shocked that it looks like this and smells like this, because the rest of this thing is not in bad shape. But like, ugh, it looks brown in person. Yeah, it looks pretty brown on camera too. It's not much different in color of the packaging. It should be bright yellow though. Oh man, really don't. I don't know. I feel like I gotta try it. Just a little bit. Looks like peanut butter. If I didn't tell you what that was, you'd think that was peanut butter. I don't care. In person, it looks like a little smear of peanut butter on there. Whatever. Here we go. I'll give it a try. Very strong. Not like the good, like, sharp flavor that you get from sharp cheddar, but it's sharp in its own way. Very reminiscent of the gym socks and that type of odor and flavor. It does taste the way it smells. It's not bitter or weird or anything off that. Like, it's just really, really strong. I would say it's not bad yet, but it's definitely within the stages of going off of it being bad. Not good in my opinion. Not good. Palate cleanser. Coffee. I need help. It's good coffee. 4 grams of sugar. I think it's 4 grams of creamer as well. That's a balanced, for me, that's a very well balanced cup of coffee. The sweet, the cream, the sugar, like the cream and the sugar, it's perfect. Very well balanced. We already know the M&Ms. I already tried them, but here, I'll eat some of the brown ones. It doesn't matter. They all taste the same. Some fall collars there. There's not much to say about M&Ms other than sweet, chocolatey. M&Ms have a unique chocolate flavor. You know, their chocolate is unique to them. I've never tasted another candy that tastes exactly like an M&M. Their own proprietary chocolate that melts in your mouth and not in your hand, apparently. That was a big deal when they first done that. Tempered the chocolate perfectly so that it would melt in your mouth, but not in your 90-some degree hand. I'm done with that for a minute. What the heck was I going to do? Wasn't this? It was, oh yeah, that. There's my spoon. Okay, so look how brown it is. It's browner than the spoon. And it's very, very thin, which is quite strange. I've had plenty of this stuff, and I've never seen one look like this. Got a little bit pieces of cracker in it over there. We'll just have to deal with that. Here, I'll cover it up for you so you don't have to look at it. Yeah. Well, I think I'm just going to take a whole bite and hope for the best. Raspberry flavored applesauce. I guess. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Whoa. Not what I expected. I expected that not to be bad. Not like that. Wow. What does that taste like? Ooh. I think that was bad when they packaged it. I don't think that was storage in this. Well, I don't know the cheese spread. I don't know though. Man. I've seen some horribly stored MREs that never did that. It's definitely fermented. Definitely fermented, but it's also got something else very, very strange flavor-wise going on. I don't know what that is. I'm almost got to try it again. I ain't doing what I done last time. What is that? It's very sour, and boozy. I mean, it's definitely got an alcohol flavor to it, or fermented apple flavor to it. That's weird. That is just plain weird. That's a new one to me. I don't know. I don't like it. I can't believe I don't like it, but I do not like it. I feel bad because I usually scarf this up. I'll use the crackers to dip it, and it'll be just fine for me. Some people, like I said, don't like it, but I do. That's not good. I think that's the first bad applesauce like that I've ever encountered that I couldn't eat. I can't eat that. Anyway, on to one of the stars of the show here, other than maybe that M&M package back there, which is just super cool in its own right. Frame that up with the Desert Bar and the Mars Bar that Scott sent. Have 3 different military candies in one little, like, 5x7 probably frame or something like that. Anyway, look at that. Look at that glistening in the light. That, in my opinion, is something special. You can't buy that. You can't buy this. You can't find this flavor that I'm going to get out of eating this and this end. You can't just go buy that. This takes decades for this to happen. It just does. It's oh yeah. Yeah, I've tried all kinds of durian stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I just happened to look down and see, ask if I knew anything about durian. But this, it's something special. And I usually try to savor it. Like I try to make that crunchy bite like into at least 2. So I'll. It's where like the sugar over time kind of moves out to the end, crystallizes, hardens. And then the fig, like the seeds in the fig, nice texture. Just that little crunchy edge right there. You can't buy that. It's good. Oh, she didn't like it when she tried it. I've never had the actual fruit itself. I've had a bunch of things flavored with it, or by it, or supposed to be. And yeah, it's the smell. I've had things that had the smell. That was a big thing. But then usually, well, the stuff that I've eaten is it's just sweet and melony, kind of a little bit. This is leaving a little bit of a coating in my mouth. Looks really good though, doesn't it? It's just the breading. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Cocoa beverage powder. Let's see if this... I think it was 90 or 91. Let's see how it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. It's a little bit off. A little bit. Just like the smell, like it smelled a little off. It tastes a little off, I think. There might be a little bit of other weirdness going on with this. It's got a slight sour taste to it. Slight. Yeah, that might cause me a little bit of a bellyache. Yeah. Worth it. It'll be worth it. Really sweet. Super sweet. I guess I could have added a little more hot water to it to maybe probably fix that a little bit. Wow. This was an interesting one. The M&M's package was super cool. The applesauce Not, very much so not good. Very much so. For me to be that put off by it, it's got to, because again, this is one of those things that I really like. It's got to be really bad. I knew that the consistency of it was off, which is not really a big deal. It could have just been, I thought it was just made a little more runny in that batch. That's not what it was. That was over time and oxidation and breakdown, liquefying of the what was the applesauce that was in there, the texture. It it liquefied over time, I guess. This one might have like seen some heat somehow. Might have been on the outside edge of the box. And like the box set in the sun, got some heat on that side, because the other ones that I've had so far from 2001 that Scott has sent, I haven't had any issues with them. And that would tell me, you know how there's a box on one side of the bag and a box on the other side of the bag, and then everything else was in the middle? It could have been in the MRE case, on the outside edge, applesauce on this side of the bag, on the whatever side was getting sunlight, and it might have heated it up, and it might have got more heat than anything else in the bag in general, and anything else in the case also. It's just weird though. Maybe it was a bad batch. Could have just been a bad batch. The chicken and noodles, I think, was likely my fault. It might have been a little more, it might have been metallic a little bit anyways, but because I boiled it for probably, 5 to 7 minutes instead of my typical 3, max 4, that could be my fault. Or at least partially my fault. So, yeah. I need this. And the coffee was perfect. So you get, like, this is a real mixed bag. Like, we got some things that are absolutely off and weird, and then we got, like, Taster's Choice that was perfect. And that, anybody who knows these things knows that's not normal. The applesauce is, I wouldn't call it scary. It's definitely weird. It's not at all. G. Schultz, you had them. I mean, you know, they typically stay pretty close to the consistency that they're supposed to have been when they were made. That one is probably, I would say, half as thick as it originally was. Maybe even, it might even be thinner than that. It's really thin consistency. Like, in the package, it felt very watery. A plant species, the corpse flower. I seen that on an episode of CSI years and years ago. I remember. That smells like rotting flesh when it blooms. Native to Sumatra. Yeah. Had to look the name up. Couldn't remember. I remember seeing that on that episode. Not which is worse. Wait. Salt precious. Oh yeah, the durian. I've seen a lot of native people like digging in on that stuff. Man, I'm ready to go to Thailand myself. Oh, not sure which is worse. Got it. I've never smelled the corpse flower, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have to imagine it's probably worse than the durian. The durian's more like a dookie flavor, like scent, odor, which is not good. But it's not a rotting corpse either. Flip the camera around real quick. Let's see what's left here. Zoom out. There we go. right. I'm going to have a non-filtered palm oil. Beard's like sticking out right there. It's bothering me. I need a haircut too. Bad. Usually I keep my neck shaved, but Amber didn't shave it this time. So I'm feeling shaggy. I ain't decorated for Christmas yet either, and today's the 6th. I thought today was the 5th almost all day. I thought today was Friday. So, that sucks. I lost a whole day. What the heck? Grab the wrong patch. What the heck? That's weird. Huh. No way. Looks like it's only had 1 or 2 matches struck on it. You see that? That is really weird. And then it looks, what the? It's like a Mandela effect or something. Man, those are such good tobacco. Super clean. Flavor-wise, I'm sure they got their fair share of chemicals in them, but this is easily on par with a American Spirit all day long. Burning a little weird. Cherries want to fall off of it. See that? I don't know if you can tell. It's like I could push it out of there. That's weird. Also, I'm afraid it's going to come apart. Huh. Yeah, today's been weird. Maybe yesterday was weird too. But I guess I'm not the only one that was thinking it was Friday all day. Scott said he I might have been thinking the same thing. Amber thought today was Friday. But I could have swore, which I looked at my phone multiple times on Thursday, and I'd done a lot of stuff yesterday too. But I just lost Friday. It's like it didn't even, like I said, I did a bunch of stuff yesterday, but it's also like yesterday was Thursday. Yesterday was Thursday all day long for me. So today, when I found out it was Saturday, I was like, what? That can't be. Here we are. It's Saturday. It's been weird. Full moon. I was like, maybe it's a full moon and it's like throwing me off or something, which that's never happened before. I've never had a noticeable effect of, I guess, that I could claim or associate whatever with the moon being full, which I don't know how. I guess it does have to affect things to a certain extent when you really start thinking about magnetic shifts and the electrical currents in our body, and you take everything into account. There has to be at least some sort of effect of the moon pulling on the earth. But I don't know. How much could that be? You got me. Here, I haven't, like, they say the moon's what, 250 million? Is it two? Or is it 250,000 miles? That's 250 million, right? How far away is the moon? How far away is the moon from Earth? Yeah, roughly about 250,000 miles. That's okay. But when you see the moon at certain times come up, and it looks like it's this big in the sky, like, say this is your perspective, just the screen, and the moon's coming up, and the moon looks like it's this big, taking up, I don't know, let's say it'd be more than a 16th of your view. It's coming up, and it's and then it gets up here, and it's taking up of your perspective, like out your windshield or something in your car, and it's taking up like a eighth or maybe a 16th of your view. Like, how could the moon be that far away and look that big? I know it's a perspective thing. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it could be that far away. I don't know. I question that. I do. Not sure about it. I ain't never been there. Listened to old Buzz throughout the years too. That's been some interesting stuff. And then what he claimed, like when he went up there to Antarctica, and he had a heart attack up there while he was up there. He said some pretty interesting stuff about that too. I don't know. I think most of us are probably at least slightly doubtful on what actually happened back in 1969. Did we actually go or not? I'm not denying it. It's possible, I guess. But then the whole after story of losing the technology and all this other insanity, like, doesn't compute, or doesn't jive in my head. Which the government has perpetually lied to us for centuries now. Certainly a century. Long before 1913 in the Federal Reserve. It started getting bad then. It's progressively gotten worse since. Don't know how. Yeah, things are weird. The United States is getting weird. I guess it's been weird, but it just continues to get weirder and weirder. You think things are going to get better, and then they just get more weird or bad in certain instances, but it's definitely strange. A lot of oddities and weirdness going on. That, I don't know what you'd call him. I don't know. He's like a political commentator guy. That he lives here in West Virginia. I just heard about this earlier today. Apparently, somebody shot at him, or shot at his compound or his complex, or whatever he calls it. And I think they said he lives in New Martinsville, which is probably about 4.5 hours from here. It's like way up in not the Panhandle, I don't think. I think it's up in the tip part, I think, of West Virginia. I'd have to look. I think that's where they said he lived. Anyway, there's that weirdness going on. Which that dude got real weird all of a sudden. Didn't expect that out of him. You know what I haven't heard anything about in the past week or two? Is the 3-eye atlas thing that was coming. That's supposed to be here, like, what, 15 more days, like around the 21st, I think. It's supposed to be at its closest point, that last I heard. What happened to that? I ain't heard nothing about that. That's weird. That's weird. Because it was, like, all over my feed. When the government lies like that, the truth is far worse than the lie. if we even see how effed up the lie is the truth. Oh, absolutely. Uh, yeah, yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Because if they're lying about something, they're typically covering up something much worse. So, yeah, I agree with that. I don't know if it's 100% of the time, but I'd say the majority. Vast majority. Like 90 to 99%. So, yeah, I certainly agree with that aspect or perspective. Um, but the thing is, like, if you pay attention and you are paying attention when things happen, whatever they are, huge events, you know, how would I say this? Like, not world changing all the time, but could be, but definitely having some sort of effect on the United States in some way. If you pay attention when events like that happen, you can watch them bold-faced lie about all kinds of stuff that in the moment there will be evidence of them bold-faced lying, and it will nowadays rather quickly disappear off the internet. And there will be videos contradicting their official narratives and stories, and that's why they call people like me or others that want to just know the truth. That's all. Conspiracy theorist. Well, that's a real horrible term that the CIA came up with that ends up like the people that are conspiracy, like, we're right 80 to 90% of the time. Whether it ever gets actually proven, it actually doesn't matter, because we're always going to be called kooks, and they're always going to push that official narrative. And you got so many people still to this day. Now it's changing slowly, but still follow the official narratives, whether it be anything from CNN to Fox News and everything in between. MSNBC, CBS, ABC, PBS, you name it. Everything in between. And I think it's more of a generational thing. I think that the generations, my generation and younger, are starting to wake up to that fact that you can't, like, the mainstream media doesn't at all have your best interest in mind ever. And I learned this a long time ago, by accident, I guess, but regardless, I learned it. I was taught a valuable lesson, and it stuck with me, and it definitely affected my thought process ever since then. So now I know you can't put any stock in what they tell you. It's unfortunate. And I don't think media has told the truth for, well, maybe not my entire life, maybe never. But they used to tell more truth, I guess I could say. It was probably not the truth, but they told more of the truth in the 80s, early 90s. And the internet changed everything. Like, now they're fighting to stay relevant all the time. So it's not only that, it's also their owners and their donors and their audience. Like, they give them what they want. And that's not how news is supposed to work. News is just supposed to be dealt out as the facts. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You're not supposed to like everything. Everything's not supposed to bend to your world belief. That's just the way it is. Like, it's new. News is supposed to be neutral. It just is what happened, whatever it may be. You just report what happened, not what you wanted or how you wanted to view what happened, which is what we see a lot as a viewpoint added to everything. Everything's got their their narrative and twist added to it now. See, a lot of this, in my personal opinion, this is just me throwing out what my opinion is here. So when YouTube is a large, and has been for a long time now, a major source of where people get their information. And also Facebook, which I don't have Facebook, but I know a lot of people get their newsfeed from there, Instagram, and of course X, Twitter. But a lot of this changed, in my personal opinion, back in 2016, 2017. Now, Google bought YouTube out before then, but I don't think that Google realized how much they could use YouTube to shape the world. And that's exactly what they're doing. YouTube has more control and more influence. Well, let's just use Google. Google itself has more influence and more control than any government in the entire world. I don't care what anybody says, it's a fact. That is a fact. So they started using that to their, I guess, to their advantage, or to their liking, more like it, because you can go back, which a lot of the stuff's gone. A lot of the stuff they've erased. Look, you go back to like the 2016 back, and it used to be, if you done something and you put it on the internet, it was going to live there forever. That's just how it was. There'd be that record of it existing, and that's just the way everybody looked at it, and that's the way it was. Everybody thought if something ended up about you, or you done something on the internet, there it was forever. YouTube as well. And they started deleting, banning, just not allowing. That's just like people using the word unalive instead of dead. Oh my gosh, this one kills me. The words pew pew instead of gun. We have to be able to use our words, our language, our own English language here. It's astounding how quickly people bent the knee to using silly. Let's just be honest. You're conveying the exact same information, but they've convinced people to use like little kiddie words. I don't know who came up with using that alternative term, but it's so silly. And it's ridiculous that we can't speak freely and openly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so whenever they started the whole gun ban on YouTube, there would be, I can't remember what the incident was. There will be an incident, and then they use that. All right, so now this is how it is. Nope. And they messed with all the, well, there was, back in the day, which FPS Russia got in some, I don't know, some sort of legal trouble. I can't remember what he done. Was it tax evasion or something? I don't know. He done something stupid. I can't remember what he done. Maybe it wasn't that, but it was something. And then, which Matt and Demolition Ranch quit, what, a few months, 6 months ago now? 5 months? I don't know. Recently. So, apparently the reason he quit is because people wouldn't leave him alone. People were just driving up to his place, and he didn't have any privacy anymore. And yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. When you, that's part of it though. So, and I get he did it amicably, and he was all nice about it. No, I love my fans, and I hate to leave. Look, you're retiring. I get it. Your YouTube career, you want it to be over. I don't know that he appreciated his position as much as he should have. Maybe he became bitter over a while over things that happened that we don't know, which is very likely. But I mean, I've heard enough to think that it was probably mainly based on people just showing up out of the blue, being, well, probably. I mean, if you're going to do that, you're probably on the spectrum of being odd or weird, or for that matter, maybe even full blown crazy, because that's a boundary that most people know instinctively not to cross. You just know you don't just show up to someone's house that you don't know just because they post videos online. Like, it's just not something that most people know better. Yeah, I know it, Chusik. I know you can't find. Look, I woke up. Whatever you want to call it, in 2007. That's when it happened. Like, I know, I can remember when it happened, but I didn't really start using YouTube as a like tool until probably 2010. So up until that point, like, all my alternative anything wasn't coming from YouTube. It was well, life was different back then. I mean, it just was. But YouTube used to be a place where true investigation could happen. And boy, did it happen. So I can tell you, we had the Adpocalypse in 2016. PewDiePie. What was it? He said something. I can kind of remember, but I'm not going to repeat his words. And then he caused the second one. Then there was the Steven Crowder one, which was like after that. But 2017 is when the Las Vegas shooting happened. And people were, myself included, extremely invested in figuring out what in the world was going on, because the things that they were telling us were ridiculous, on top of the things that we could see with our own two eyes. Within 2 days after that happened, I don't think it was the next day, but I think it was the day after that, there was a guy. He was a Las Vegas native. He was there, and he was live streaming the site where it happened. Okay, which of course they had all the people picked up. Definitely, like long before then, they had all the people picked up. What was absolutely bananas and insane? There were people. There were FBI, I assume, agents dressed in bib or coveralls, FBI coveralls. They said FBI across the back, with rolling pans and paint rollers out there on the site where it happened, painting over where there were any bullet strikes. And I watched this all happen live 2 days after it happened. Look, I get it that not everything is like what you see on CSI. Like, they're not going to string a piece of yarn from where it hit all the way back up to where they think it came from, or, from the angle. But there should have been some shot analysis going on at that point. They absolutely should not have been covering up the literal site where it happened, which is exactly what they were doing. So, in the moment, that was very strange. And we also, if you go back and you can still find a few of the videos, maybe you might find maybe 10 from that day right now, from when it actually happened, where their perspectives from in the crowd when it started, right? But here's my kicker. I think they said there was 22,000 people there when that happened. The main attraction had just come on stage and played, I think, one song. If you look at the videos of when this kicked off, I would be willing to bet at least 70% of the people that were standing there watching the show had their cell phones on and they were doing this. Filming the main show, the main attraction of the whole weekend. It was Sunday night. It was the last act of the entire show. It was the headliner. And they were all doing this. And we've only got 10 videos now. Even right after it happened, we ended up with maybe 17 to 20. Why? Let's just go with a low number and say out of 5,000 people, hang on just one second. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So, let's just say 5,000 people out of them were actually filming. Not all of them would upload it. But I would say at least a somewhat large majority would. Let's just say a small majority would. Let's just say 10%. 10%. We should have had 500 videos. At least. At least. We didn't get anything nowhere near that. Well, Dan, if you can't be here next week, which I hate to do it at the end like this, I feel like that's way too late into the live stream. But if you're okay with doing it next, which I just kind of planned on doing the box next week because I feel like it deserved the more attention. Which that would put us. What would be the date next week? Be probably like the 13th, 14th. Would it be the 14th? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Be the 14th, I guess. Yes, we're well before Christmas still. And but yeah, you paid for express shipping. Duh. I'm an idiot. I just realized that you said that earlier. Dang it. I lost track of what I was thinking again. Oh yeah. Well, if you want to do it right now, we can do it right now. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to clear a spot on the table right here real quick. After I take another bite of this. And let's open the package from Dan. we had that chocolate chip cookie cereal bar back there as well. Oh, here it is. Oh, let me get rid of this real quick. Okay. There, so you can't see Dan's address. Box from halfway across the world from Dan. Let's go. Wait, how's this thing open? It's got to be cut here. I think these flap up, right? Nope. Huh. I don't know how this opens. Is it on the end right here? Is it like a shoebox kind of deal? Wait, no, the lid's got to come up on it, right? What am I doing wrong here? I guess you got to be smarter than the box. Maybe it's on this side? Wait, is this it? There we go. Maybe. No. What? Dan, I don't know how to open this box. What in the world? Oh, there we go. Wait, what? Ah, holy cow. I struggled with that. Goodness gracious. Taped it in. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it definitely, it was smarter than me. All right, here we go. With a big old chocolate bar on top. Holy cow. All right, should have slid out of there. I could go for a good piece of dark chocolate right now. Whitaker's? J.H. Whitaker, founder. Is this a Whitaker & Sons Ltd? Where's this from? African cocoa beans? Is that... I don't know how to say that. Ghana? I can't pronounce that. Oh, it's kiwi? Oh. Rainforest Alliance. Man, do we need to save... I never thought I'd be the guys like, we need to save the rainforest. Man, I've watched some videos about the rainforest and how horrible. It's so bad. It's so bad what they're doing. My Lord. We're going to end up not having any rainforest. I can't believe we still have any left anyways. But it's been around since 1896. So this company has made it a long time. Crafted in New Zealand. There it is. I'm going straight for it though. Because why not? It's such a big chocolate bar. I'm trying to somewhat preserve the packaging because it's freaking humongous. What is the weight on this thing? 250 grams. That's 2.5 of the huge ones that come in the British ration. It's thick, too. That's pretty thick. Now we got to see it unbroken. Surely I can get it. Look at them little pieces. Oh, that smells amazing. You can smell the cocoa. Oh, that's bigger than I wanted, but that's okay. This is actually supposed to be good for your heart. It's supposed to have flavonols. That's supposed to make you produce stem cells. It's not bitter. Not really. I've had this before. I think I saved a piece of it. And I might even have it right here. Somewhere. It was in a long, thin gold package, kind of like this. Came out of a Kiwi ration. And that is some of the best chocolate I've ever had in my whole life. And I'm almost positive it was this. I'm almost sure it was Whitaker. I'm almost positive. I have to go back and watch my old videos, but I'm almost positive. I had like a prototype Kiwi ration long time ago. And that chocolate that was in that it blew me away. And this is it. This is the same chocolate. Now I got 250 grams of it. That's awesome, dude. Thank you for so much good chocolate, Dan. Holy cow. That will last me a long time. But now I can share it with friends and family and let them try some of the best chocolate I've ever had. Dark chocolate this high in cocoa is usually like bitter and kind of hard and waxy. This isn't like that. They have got their process down to a science, and that is amazing. Now I got chocolate on my fingers. I don't want to get it on any of the stuff that's in here. So I will check this out. But thank you for this, Dan. I appreciate this. Oh, I'll probably stick that in my pocket, actually. And I think this is the same thing, kind of. Actually, I don't know. Oh, this is a Christmas ornament. Oh, that's awesome. What kind of bird is that? You need to get through the winter, but you can share it with friends and family that deserve it. Okay, I will. Yeah, that. I don't know how popular. This has to be popular over there. I had two kinds of this. That's a cockatoo. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure with the way the beak was shaped. That is, well, you know I like birds. Yeah, I've had birds. I've never had a cockatoo. I've always wanted a cockatoo. But I determined and decided, unless I had a place where Like, I'd have to have a big, like, atrium where I could let a bird fly outside. I won't keep a bird in the house anymore. I feel like that that was a wrong thing to do. I was young and dumb when I done it. But this has to be one of the more popular chocolates over there, right? Well, I don't know. You're not from New Zealand, but I figure you probably know better than I do. But it was in that ration. I'm almost positive it was Whitaker's. I've got to go back and check that, but that's what's in my head. And it was in my head for a long time, was the Whitaker's. But I never figured I'd ever get any more of it. I didn't know that you could that it was available. Never thought about it, really. I just thought it was like a special ration chocolate. Okay, we got an Australian Warfighter Coffee, veteran-owned tactical. This is kind of like Black Rifle over here, it looks like, logo-wise. The coffee that we have over here, which I have a box like this. They go all super cool with their logos all the time. Heck yeah. I got a hat that matches green shirts like this perfect, and I've only got one green shirt like this. So I very rarely get to wear it. Oh, cool. It's got a cool logo on the back, too. Oh, no way. Look at that. Dude, that is cool. Hang on. That's cool, man. You can't get much more ration related than a Fred. That is cool. What's it say? Oh, okay. The freaking ridiculous eating device. Australian Defence Force. Oh, they were just established a couple years ago, huh? 23. Well, they keep going with logos and stuff like that. They're headed in the right direction. That's for sure. Heck yeah. My beard cover? Yeah, my beard's going to cover the... Oh, yeah. My beard's definitely going to cover the front logo. Yep. So I can't advertise for them on the front. But I can on the back. Heck yeah. That is cool. You very rarely get anything that's like ration related. Unless we make it ourselves. Being in the ration community, you very, very rarely ever see anything that has anything to do with rations. Now, you'll see like the kennel ration stuff over here, but that's not ration stuff. That's dog food. All right, let's back. Here we go. Oh, I just knocked the camera off the table. There we go. Nope. Oh, wow. What a cool little plate. Bowl? That's a perfect place to put stuff like this that I carry around way too often, way too much of. But a whole pocket full of stuff. I think that's my old Speedway card. I still use it. Yeah. What else is in my pocket? What is that? Oh, my flashlight. And this is a cigarette holder, so I can put a cigarette out. I guess I don't have one in it, but usually I got half a cigarette or something in there instead of wasting it. I know, I carry too many. Yeah. I carry at least one to give away. At least one, which is that one right there. I carry at least one to give away. And then that's my favorite. And then I carry the 57. And then that is a first generation, first one that was ever made. I keep that in my pocket. They didn't date the first ones. They didn't date a lot of them, but that one, I have the original outer packaging. And I've got like, I got those off an old man that collected a whole bunch of his well, not a whole bunch. He at one point had a whole bunch of World War II food, and then when it started going bad, he started going through it and throwing all kinds of stuff away, and the packaging, the outer, and he just saved like parts of it, which sucks. Camper's Pantry. What in the world? Is that just Camp Chill Pack? That's ice cream? Just, you're eating the cleanest adventure food on the market. Ingredients: water, milk. Oh no, milk solids. Sugar, cocoa powder, glucose syrup, which is maize, right? Emulsifiers, $4.71. Vegetable gums, they could have been a little cleaner, but still, not bad. And this is from Dan's hometown, right out of Tasmania. Really? They put a 2027 date on it? I'm shocked. I am shocked. But it is ice cream, so ice cream probably, maybe, it just feels like 2 big chunks right here. And then whatever's broken off of it's on the bottom, like pieces. I've never seen anything like, I've seen like, yeah, Black Dog Bob had some freeze-dried ice cream that was in like bars. Like it wasn't like sandwiches, but it was kind of the shape of sandwiches, of ice cream sandwiches. And that was, they had strawberry, vanilla, and I think chocolate, like Neapolitan flavors. And the strawberry was so stinking good. Oh my goodness, it was good. What's this? A smoky barbecue instant meal. Wait, so this is just dry? Is this dry? All natural, gluten-free. What's it feel? It kind of feels like there's something liquid in the bottom, maybe? Is there like 2 packets in here, maybe? What's the instructions say real quick? Does it even? Perfect. Or training. Okay, add 190 milliliters or 6 fluid ounces of boiling water. Stir and wait 5 minutes. Create bowl. Tear it the lower line and enjoy it. Huh. So this is obvious. It feels like there's liquid in there. Yeah, it feels like there's a pack of liquid in there. I think there is. I don't know. I guess maybe you find out when you open it up. Is that why that looks like that? Pouch can be hot. It doesn't say, but it feels like it. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. Wait, this says just add water. Huh. Instant barbecue. Would this be like pulled pork then? But it says to eat it like out of a bowl. Huh. We'll have to try that because I don't have a clue. Dan, you might know. Maybe you've had one. I'm trying to look down at the chat here now. Oh. This must be, oh. Penne bolognese. Cooked and freeze-dried. Thick, rich tomato bolognese sauce with succulent Australian meat. What's Australian meat? That's kind of worded interestingly. Oh, I see over here. We got a cow. Okay. It says beef. Like a succulent Australian meat. That's an interesting way to word that, I must say. And then we've got some apple cinnamon instant breakfast. Oatmeal? See, up here, it feels like it's got a bunch of powder in this one. It feels like there's like a section of powder up here, and then you can feel, is that muesli or grain? It's just instant breakfast. A mildly spiced apple cinnamon instant breakfast made with real fruit, plant proteins, grains, and seeds. So probably similar to a muesli, but of course that sounds really good. does feel like it's got a lot of powder stuck up here at the top, but we can work it down through there. This one does still, I think there's a pack of liquid in there. Like barbecue sauce or something right there. Huh. Well, we've got a main. Well, we got two mains. We got enough for... We're going to have to do a live stream with at least one of these. Either the smoky barbecue or the penne. And this is all out of Tasmania. Is that where these are out of too? Are they the same? No. This is Radix. Radix brand. I assume this is stuff you can pick up like in a Cabela's over there. Where's it out of? Is this also a Tasmanian brand? This says best before 16th of April 2030 maybe? I don't know. How do you read your date codes there? Is that 2030? Be 16th of April 2030. Proudly designed and made in New Zealand from local and imported ingredients. So this is New Zealand. Radix. And then your camper's pantry. I like their packaging. The flat black is nice. Dude, what a box. What a bar of chocolate. Oh, man. Now I got to go back and watch that video. That's exactly what I'm going to do after I get cleaned up here. Is go back and watch that video. And confirm. I'm about 80% sure. I'm not even... I'm pretty sure. That this Whitaker's is what brand it was. It tastes the same. And it's got like these little pieces of cocoa nibs in it. Mmm. Mmm. It's better to let it melt. And like slowly dissolve down. Mmm. Man, that is really good chocolate. Dan, do you like this chocolate? Are you still around? I don't know if I'm am I overselling this? Because, I don't know. This is just like one of my favorite chocolates that I've ever had. Camper's Pantry's Tasmanian. Okay, Radix is Kiwi. Australian meat. Same as you get in the burgers. And now tariff-free. Wait, what? Oh, tariffs. Corporate greed. They've taken over. Well, they took over long before that, but... Okay, I am going to say thank you to Dan. Soylent Green is people. Oh, man. Look, I've had all kinds of Cadberries. I think the Cadberries we have over here, well, I know it is. I've had a lot of overseas Cadberries as well. Because, like, I can buy a lot of UK stuff, even Australian stuff at a market up in Columbus that I've had my fair share of it. None of it, in my personal opinion, is very impressive. Cadbury, the company, which I do also know that Cadbury sold out within the past few years, couple years, something like that, and it has went way downhill from what I understand since that happened. But I wasn't a huge fan of Cadbury's to begin with. The Whitakers, maybe it takes like a, okay, so back it up for a second. My palate has been formed and accustomed to darker chocolate because of all the rations that I've eaten over the years. Because when I first started eating like military rations, it's like foreign stuff, I didn't like the darker chocolate. But now, I agree, Sparrow. I think Cadbury's trash now. I really do. I don't think there's anything good about it, especially not now. Maybe back in the day. See, their Cadbury and our Cadbury are different. Like their Cadbury was a locally owned European brand that everybody over there grew up with. So like we grew up with Hershey's. I'm not a big fan of Hershey's myself either, but it's unique in its flavor. Like nothing else tastes like Hershey's, in my opinion. Like it has a very unique flavor, and I'm not a huge fan of it. But a lot of people, that's just what we've grown up with. So we know that flavor profile, and it's like, I don't know. I guess it's been drilled into us so much that that's an iconic American brand with its own unique flavor, and it's been super popular for how long? I bet Hershey's been around probably close to 100 years. So maybe 100 years. Anyways, yeah, it's called chalk. What? Wait, what now? Cadbury's changes even within the country. Every factory uses local milk and local cows, eat local grass. Okay, I don't think it's that way anymore. I think that's how it was. But from what I seen not too long ago, it may have been within the last year that I saw that they sold out, and that the company that bought them out and took them over has changed basically everything. Like they're doing things now for cost efficiency versus making a quality product. Oh, you can eat it. Okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah. Hershey's has been around for over 100. I wasn't sure exactly how long when the company started. I had an idea. I was wanting to say it was in the 30s, but I was wanting to say like 36, something like that. Or no, it would have been before then. So it would have been around since the teens, maybe? Early 20s? I know that's when Mars come around in the 30s, I think. Which we just had the Mars bar, which we don't have in America anymore. But we used to have Mars bars in America. I knew I grew up with Mars bars. So now they got Mars bars in Britain, but not here. I don't know if they got them in Canada or not. I don't think so. I don't think Mars bars are in Canada. Which the Mars bars now, the UK ones, I think they got like caramel or something in them. 1894. Cadbury 1824. Wow, 1824. So they just passed 200 years. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Cadbury's been around since 1824. And it was family owned right up until, I don't know when they sold, but recently. No, you're right, Investory. Most American like chocolates and stuff like that, they're not much count anymore. What would Reese's is all right. Like they got a decent taste and flavor. It's horrible for you, but at the same time, it tastes pretty good. It hasn't changed a whole lot over the years. And Reese's has got like quite a few different candy bars, like Nutrageous. What's the other one? I can't remember what the other one's called. Like Fast Break. Is it called a Fast Break, or is that the pretzel one? I can't remember what the name of that one is. I think it's like nougat, peanut butter, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's like nougat and peanut butter and chocolate covered. I want to say those are called fast breaks, but that maybe not. Maybe not. I can't remember. Oh, the pretzel one's called Take Five. The Reese's is called Fast Break. So those are pretty decent. Man, there's not much that's American, that's even somewhat edible. It's not like it was when I was growing up though. Like when I was growing up in the 80s, like there was some decent chocolates. Chocolate was just way better back then. Everything. Let me just go back and rephrase that. Everything. We just read the ingredients list off 2001 off this food. And this is kind of bottom of the line, military thrown together stuff. It was still food. Like it just had food. It didn't have pharmaceuticals and chemicals in it. Because like I said, we start off reading the cup noodle. That looked like we were reading a drug list for what was included in a pharmaceutical pill or something. Like that's what that reads like, and that's what it is. I don't understand. Well, I do. They have an agenda to make us sick humans, sick Americans are worth way more money. You know what I mean? Like they just plain and simple. They can get money out of us. It's a horrible, vicious cycle that I don't know when it got started, but got started at some point in the last 24 years. And it's not good. It got way, way worse. COVID time. I think I've showed you guys. There's a girl on TikTok that she takes ingredients lists from pre-COVID and she compares them to ingredients lists post-COVID. And you can look at the changes that have been made. And the one that sticks out in my head is the Kraft macaroni and cheese, which up north, Canada, they call it Kraft dinner. Theirs didn't change. Theirs is still exactly the same right now as it was 30 years ago. Ingredients list is exactly the same. Ours, on the other hand, has changed multiple times. But this last time, if you look at the bottom, and where it says like contains 2% or less of these items or of these ingredients, 2% or less of like the milk, the cheese, the stuff that should be making up macaroni and cheese, it contains less than 2% of that now. And there's no wonder that all of us Americans have digestive issues. Like we're pumping our bodies full of nothing but chemicals. And you can't really hardly avoid it. Especially if you live in an area like I do. There's not access to good fresh food here. Unless you're just willing to, and even then, like if you just go to Walmart or the other grocery store that we have and say you just buy vegetables, they're still chemical coated and chemical grown. And the seeds are fully controlled by a pharmaceutical company. The company that owns Bayer controls 80% of the seed supply in America. And if farmers branch out and want to use heirloom seeds or something, they find them into the dirt. Like they're not allowed. It's crazy. It's crazy the cycle that we're in. Well, it's all money. It's all greed. It's all by design. There's a purpose, and it's got to be just a few extremely wealthy people that we don't know their names that are controlling this crap. And then they control the ones below them, and then they carry out their agenda below them. Like, and it goes down the line into like our political leaders. Yes, I agree. Yep. And investory, obviously I have a restaurant up here. My thoughts are, and I hope I can make this work, is there is a quite a large farm that owned that started a farmer's market right here, like a block and a half away from where my restaurant is. If I can work out a deal with them to be my meat and vegetable supplier, I will send everybody that comes into the restaurant Like, I'll serve steaks, I'll serve burgers, chicken, whatever, and I'll let people know, like, hey, if you like the food that you get here, you can go one block down, take a right, and go one block over, and you can buy anything meat-wise or vegetable-wise that you've had here. Yeah, I think it would be good for both of us if you could do that. That is what I'm thinking. That's what I hope to happen. I got to get the restaurant ready, but I do think that, so they're not on the main road, weirdly enough, and I live in a very small town, but their little shop is like a little over a block over from the main road. There's no advertising, there's no nothing. And if we can work it out to where they're supplying me with my meat at a reasonable at cost, is what it should be. Whatever it costs them, it costs me, and I will send them. I will let every customer that comes in there, will have a sign on the table that says something along the lines of, if you like the meat that you had here, you can go buy it and cook it yourself if you'd like at the store one block away. So, yeah, just don't dox your farmer. What do you mean? Oh, wait. Well, I don't know. I think it.
Fort Randolph and Point is on fire.
The one by the Crowdell. Freaking homeless. Yeah, they like bad.
Yeah.
Was that original, or was that rebuilt?
I think it's original.
That would have been Revolutionary War. It would have had to have been. There's a fort down in Point Pleasant that's apparently on fire right now, and I think it's Revolutionary War, down by Crowdell Park in Point Pleasant. If anybody wants to Google it. But I don't know if that was original or something rebuilt. Anyways, don't think anyone's stupid enough to show up on a farm uninvited. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, their farm, they have an actual store.
And I hear no sirens. And this has been going on for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah. I know you can't really see it.
It's Fort Randolph Abbey.
I don't know who that lady is, and I don't want to dox her. So, anyway, those are fort walls running right there. And there was a big building right there that's on fire currently. But yeah, those were log walls built around it. Now I hear fire. Yeah, that was 37 minutes ago. Oh yeah, no. So they actually have a store in town. Their farm is not in town. it's well, not where the store is. But yeah, I would just send them to the store. Like, they have a little, I guess you'd call it a farmer's market. But there used to be a salon. The girl that owns the salon, they have the farm. Well, they moved the salon up on the main road across the street from the street that. Anyways, they used the old building that the salon used to be in, and turned it into this little farmer's market thing. I went up. I've been in there once so far. Went in. I bought some jam, and I don't know. I bought a couple things, just, I guess, just to do it. But they had all kinds of meat, different meat, chicken, beef. Might have had some lamb in there too, but all that stuff is livestock that they actually grow. So
Fort Randolph is a modern day reproduction of an American colonial.
that's what I thought.
era fort located in Cradell Park, West Virginia, near the.
Because I don't remember it being there as a kid.
It was
And then I remember them,
originally-
well, they built the walls around it. I don't, maybe it was there, but they built walls around it probably 20 years ago.
The original fort was built in 1776 and was a significant military outpost during the Revolutionary War on the site where the Shawnee Chief Cornstalk was murdered in 1777.
Huh. So it was built the first year we were a country. This wasn't West Virginia. Right? It was Virginia.
Right. It's where Chief Cornstalk
Was killed, yeah. So that's where all the lore started. The curse that Chief Cornstalk put on this area. Apparently, that happened at that fort that's on fire right now, which I thought it happened in towards Twindawee, because that's where they buried him. So that's weird. I could have swore the story was that he got murdered, shot.
It says it's a reproduction.
Yeah. So maybe it was in there.
Maybe it was at the park.
I mean, it's not far away, but I'm pretty sure it was in there next to Windawee.
Oh, it's on the news too.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. There's a channel that talks about state folklore and history. I can link it on the Discord. Okay. Well, about West Virginia? Yeah, there's like a weird craving for information about this area. I don't get it. Maybe because I've lived here my whole life. But yeah, like I with this new TikTok account that I have, I'll just bring this up. I made a comment on a video about some history that I know, and I gave a pretty good little breakdown. I mean, I wrote up probably a couple paragraphs, and I'm not kidding. I have seen hundreds of people asking me to make a video about the stuff that I wrote. I'm like, look, TikTok's done me dirty. Like, I don't even feel like wasting my time doing it. It's not. I don't care if I'd ever make a penny from it. They've done me dirty. They've deleted my page multiple times for literally no reason. I've never said anything at all that was mean. I've never said anything cross. Nothing. And it was banned for a comment, I guess. I mean, that's the only thing I can think, because I wasn't posting any videos at the time. So, yeah, anyway. Not good. TikTok is, I talked about this a few minutes. Something. And it's going to get worse, because the United States government has their hands all up in it now. And it's over. Just like Google and YouTube and all of it. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It sucks. Everything good, they always end up ruining it. YouTube is no longer YouTube, it's their tube. But okay, well, that's going to get hung on the tree this year. I don't know if Dan's still here, but thank you so much for everything that you sent, Dan. The chocolate is amazing. I'm going to try to get Amber to try it. I don't know that she will, but I'm going to try. But I am going to be sharing some at, we're having a Secret Santa thing at my sister's. And I'm going to take at least one row, pretty small, one row, and let people try it. I got a mess to clean up now, so I am going to sign off. I want to thank everybody who hung out. I thank my patrons, obviously. And thank Dan and thank Scott for everything that they happened to send along. Man, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. Thank you, dude. Thank both of you guys. Both of you guys for sending everything that you guys sent along. Really appreciate it. Good night, sir. But until the next one, I'll see you guys next week. And then the week after that will be Christmas. That would be like right after Christmas, right? Or I think. Anyways, all I got left to do now is say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.